Welcome. You're tuned into Tangled Threads. If you're digging our content, hit the like button and subscribe. Thank you. I never thought I'd be the guy sharing a story like this, but here we are. It's funny how one day you're picturing your golden years with someone, and the next, you're picking up the pieces of your life in an empty living room. My world turned upside down the day my wife, Alara, started her job at a top-tier consulting firm. Alara and I were your typical high school sweethearts. After college, we got married and settled down. 6 years in, I thought we had the perfect life. She was driven, always reaching for the next big thing, and I admired that about her. But when she landed this dream job, something changed drastically. Almost immediately, Alara became a different person. She was secretive, her phone constantly on silent, passwords changed, and she started working late almost every night. I tried to shrug it off as her adapting to a new role, but my gut told me something was off. About a week after she started, I got an anonymous text from someone claiming to be her coworker. It read, "Alara's cheating on you. Wake up and leave her." I wanted to think it was just a sick joke, but the doubt had already set in. I decided to see for myself what was happening. Alara's office had a kitchen area that you could see from the seating section of the cafe next door, so one afternoon I stopped by. I expected to see her busy at work, but instead, I found her laughing and flirting with a colleague. They were a little too close for comfort. My heart sank, but I needed undeniable proof before confronting her. That very evening, while she texted me about working late again, I watched from a distance as she never returned to her desk, but spent her time near the front of the office, chatting with the same guy. Later, they left together in his car. When Alara came home that night, I was waiting for her, trying to keep my emotions in check. She tried to act normal, but as soon as she saw my face, she knew something was up. "We need to talk, Alara," I said as calmly as I could. "What's going on?" she replied, sitting down, her voice laced with worry. "I know about you and your coworker," I blurted out. "I saw you with him today." She froze, then defensively she tried to deny it. "What are you talking about, Marcus?" "Alara, I saw you. You were all over each other. It's clear you're more than just coworkers," I continued, my voice firm. Her face turned red, and she stumbled over her words. "He's just a friend, Marcus. Nothing more. Just stay out of it." "Stay out of it?" My blood began to boil. "I got a message saying you're cheating. Then I saw you get into his car tonight." She paused, tears welling up in her eyes. It wasn't planned, Marcus. It just happened." "Don't give me those fake tears," she kept crying. "Do you love him?" I had to know. "No, it's not about love," she said quickly. "It was a mistake. I'm so sorry." "Sorry doesn't make it okay, Alara. You've broken our trust," I said quietly. She reached out, trying to touch my arm, but I pulled away. "I think you should leave. We can't rebuild from this." She cried, begged to talk more, but I was firm. Eventually she left, tears streaming down her face. I was alone, surrounded by silence and a profound sense of betrayal. In the days that followed, I mulled over the signs I had ignored. It was painful to admit that the love I believed in was overshadowed by her actions. It's hard accepting that someone you trusted could change your life so drastically. But life moves on. I'm picking myself up, learning from this, and slowly getting back on my feet. This experience was a harsh awakening, but also a call to refocus on myself and my own happiness. It's not just a story of betrayal, but also one of personal growth and finding the courage to accept the end of one chapter and the start of another. It's tough, but there's a light at the end of this tunnel, and I'm working my way towards it, one step at a time. Update. A couple of weeks have passed since my last post, and a lot has happened since then, so I figured I might as well update everyone on the situation. After Alara left our house that night, she went to her parents' place. Initially, she didn't tell them the real reason why she was suddenly crashing there. She just mentioned that we were having some issues and needed some space from each other. Her parents have always been supportive, so they didn't ask too many questions at first and just let her stay. However, as things usually go, the truth has a way of surfacing. One of her cousins, who also works at the same firm, found out about what was really going on. It didn't take long before the whole story. about the affair with her coworker and how I found out, spilled over to her parents. They were deeply disappointed. In our community, things like integrity and loyalty are held in very high regard, and what Alara did clashed directly with the values her parents held dear. They confronted her about it, and there was a big argument. Her dad especially was upset. He's a bit old school and took the news harder than anyone else. They told her that they couldn't condone her actions and that she needed to sort things out on her own without relying on their support as a crutch. So, just like that, she was out of their house too. They ended up calling me and apologizing for her behavior, but at this point, I'm just glad I'm past most of it all. Last I heard, Alara moved in with a friend from college, someone I don't know very well. From mutual friends, I've gathered that she's trying to figure out her next steps and possibly looking into counseling. It seems like she's beginning to grasp the gravity of her actions and how much she's lost as a result. For me, I've been using this time to rebuild my own sense of self and focus on personal growth. The whole ordeal was a harsh lesson, but I'm finding strength I didn't know I had. I appreciate all the support from everyone here. It's made a big difference knowing I'm not going through this alone. I'll keep updating as things develop further. Thanks again for all the kind words and... Update 2. Hey everyone, just dropping in for a quick update as a lot has changed since my last post. Life's been pretty hectic, but in a good way this time. I've started seeing someone new, a friend who has been through her own fair share of tough times. We connected on a deeper level because of our similar experiences, and it's been refreshing to have someone who understands the journey. She's kind and thoughtful, and things are going well so far. Besides my new relationship, I've been setting new personal goals. I've taken up running and am training for a half marathon. It's tough, but it's great for clearing my mind. I'm also considering some career advancements, maybe a few courses or certifications that could open up new opportunities. Overall, I'm just focusing on moving forward, staying positive, and building a future that feels right. Thanks again for all the support. It really means a lot to me. Here's to new beginnings and hopeful paths ahead. Here are some comments he got. Wow, it's really inspiring to see how you've turned things around for yourself. Starting a new relationship and diving into running? That's awesome. Those new goals sound like they're not only helping you move forward, but also building your resilience. Keep at it, and good luck with the half marathon training. Comment 2. I'm so glad to hear that you're finding happiness again with someone who understands you. It's important to have supportive people around, especially during times like these. And it's great that you're focusing on personal growth and new opportunities. Here's to continued success and happiness in your new chapter. Jesus motherfuck, these dumb bitches. Will they ever learn? Did their families forget to have the don't cheat talk? Jeez. Anyways, let us know your thoughts in the comments section below. When you subscribe, be sure to click the notification bell. Click here for more Tangled threads.